Hey, what? What do we have? What are those? Blueberries? Are you excited about them? Have we eaten any? Yeah, a few, maybe. We split one yesterday. Good morning. We are doing a garden tour this morning because it's June. We've not done one for a month. So let's see what's growing. In this section, we have blueberry bushes that you can actually see now because I've spent a lot of time weeding them. This dumb old Bermuda grass is in here, and it is awful to try to weed out. But I have just this little strip left to do, and a little bit over there, and into the blackberries a little bit. And then I should be caught up, but you know, it's already starting to regrow where I've already taken it out. So I'm just trying to kind of stay on top of it, maybe. I don't know. Then my lovely rose bush is blooming. It's so pretty. Should probably deadhead these guys off. I feel like that's what you do, right? You take them off. There we go. And we'll let those two go. And maybe it'll grow more. Got my little garden helper here, Bethany. She loves to check in the garden with me every day. I'm looking for strawberries. Our blackberries are blooming and putting on fruit. Probably pretty soon, within probably this month, we'll get some berries. Our elderberry jungle is still taking over, and whew, I'm definitely gonna have to hack it back more this year. Oh, buddy, there's a snake.
Where?
Oh, buddy, there is a big snake. Well, I think that snake might be dead, and I think it is a harmless snake. I think it might have gotten hit with a weed eater yesterday. I mean, like, it has not moved, and it's got flies on it, so it's probably dead. But whew, that kind of startles me a little bit. Ah, sorry. Anyway, let's look at the apple trees. You have, I think, 3 or 4 apples on this tree. I need to probably take one of those apples off because they're pretty close together. And then we have some randomly on the other ones, but not a crazy harvest this year. So then let's come over here to our other big garden. This is 3,400 square feet of growing space in this main garden. And we do back to Eden style garden, no-till method. So we just use wood chips, and yeah, it keeps the weeds down mostly, or it helps anyway, I guess, and keeps the moisture in, which is great. So if you remember, back in May's garden tour, I think I had done it before we got any rain, and we had hardly gotten any rain in April, and so it was super dry. And then within like the first week of May, we got 7 inches of rain. It was pretty crazy. A lot of rain, but everything's growing well, I think, and I don't think we had any damage from it. So let's see what's growing. Here at the beginning of our garden, we have our sweet potato patch. We have some on this side of the walk path, and we have some over there on the other side of the chair. Those ones are not growing quite as well as these ones over here, but it's okay. This first row that I'm standing here were whole sweet potatoes that I planted. Now, we do have a groundhog problem, and they like to come take all the tops off our sweet potatoes, but right now they're currently looking pretty good. Over here in our little raised bed, we have some rutabagas that are about ready to harvest. Well, actually, they are. I just need to find a recipe for them. Look at this. Look at that mammoth rutabaga in there. There's a bunch of good ones. And then we have a few beets that are not looking as good. And we have some volunteer peanuts because I had peanuts in here last year. But anyway, the beets are not looking super good. They might be shaded out too much. And on the other side, we have some carrots. What?
Snakes.
The snake! Do we stay away from snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah, what else do we stay away from? What did we just find a pile of over there? What's over there? Ants.
Ants.
You always stay away from the ants because what do? Do they bite your feet?
Yes.
Yeah. You've done pretty good about staying out of them this year. We have this kiddie pool full of mint, and I harvested a lot of mint the other day. And I was able to freeze dry a whole quart of mint, like pretty squished down mint. Over here we have the beginnings of our zucchini patch, and yes, we have zinnias everywhere all over this garden, and we're starting to get marigolds everywhere. I really need to move those guys, but this is the first year I've actually had volunteer marigolds, and it's so cool. So anyway, we have one zucchini plant that looks really good and healthy.
Mommy.
The rest, they're coming. They're coming. What? What'd you find? A tomato?
Yes.
Bethany likes picking the green tomatoes. But anyway, we have Roma tomatoes along here. We have our thyme that is flowering still. Cilantro is everywhere as well.
No.
Why are you naughty? Or were you saying cilantro?
Turn.
Cilantro?
The
Yeah. It's going to seed mostly because it's hot.
pit. Turn.
Pick the cilantro?
No.
No, pick what? Should we find something to pick?
The
Okay, we'll look. We have some big old basils. I think this is the first year I've had basil ready way before my tomatoes are ready. Then our jalapeno, I think this is jalapeno pepper bush. I don't know that we're getting any jalapenos in it, but I think we have 2. I kind of got mixed up on them this year. So we'll see what actually grows. We have a banana pepper over there,
No.
and then it's actually grown a pepper. We have some more banana peppers over here growing. And then I think all the rest of these are bell peppers. We have 1 bell hanging on right there. So cute. Let's see. Over here we have, oh, back up here we have spaghetti squash. They're not looking amazing. Like this guy here is about the best looking out of all of them. Anyway, we have, I think I planted honeydew here. Or some kind of melon. I think it's honeydew. We have oregano that I need to harvest today. We have watermelon. And we have more peppers over here. We have some smaller peppers over here. And they were just planted later, so they're catching up. Then we have stuff over here. We have more rutabagas, some really big ones in there as well. And some beets that are looking fine. I need to cook them up. We have carrots that are ready to harvest too. Anna's started eating them. Peach, we don't have any peaches ready yet, Bethany. We also have this little tiny red flame flower volunteering everywhere, which is fine because I love it. Anyway, we have Anna's row of onions. This is Anna's section of the garden. Her potatoes are about ready to harvest. Ooh, there is an anthill there. Ugh, that's not going to be fun to harvest, that potato plant. Anyway, let's see. We have sweet potatoes down here that I'm starting to mulch. I need to finish that. They're down all the way to the sunflower house. And then in here we have some chives and more oregano and random flowers and zinnias and beauty. And this is just going to be kind of a wild, crazy little thing. We don't have any, Bethany. We don't have any peaches right now. Anna has a tomato plant. This crazy bush that appeared out of nowhere. Anyway, a morning glory that is going to quickly take over, I feel like. And her beautiful sunflower house, which is looking really, really good. So the deer were munching. Oh wait, she has some beans over here that the deer munched, but they're recovering. So we had some deer come in and start munching on things. So a friend of mine is a hairstylist, and I was like, hey, do you have a bag of hair I can use? So I got a bag of hair. We put it near the fence where they could come in, and we put it around some of our prized plants. So far, I don't think they've munched anything more, really. Maybe the lettuce, but that could have been a groundhog too. Anyway, I think it saved it for right now. So these guys are they're probably taller than Bethany now, but it's gonna look really cool when it's all ready. Anyway, we have volunteer watermelon in here too, and more of that red flame stuff over there, and that's Bethany's little stash of food, I think she picked. We have some volunteer sunflowers out here too. So let's see, going down here to the next row, we have tomatoes all down this row. We have Roma tomatoes and Amish paste and Abe Lincoln and Old Virginia, and yeah, they're doing pretty good. We'll look at them from this side, I think. So we have basil and marigolds and more basil and random zinnias everywhere. This lettuce, I think it's a Merlot lettuce, and it is bolting, so we're done with that. Strawberries, yeah. And our onions are starting to be ready. We've picked a few just to munch. They'll probably be ready here in a month or so. We have strawberry plants that are taking off a little bit better than they were. Random watermelon plants everywhere. Bethany loves coming to pick the strawberries. Oops. Oh dear. I'm seriously gonna have to go charge my battery, I think. Here. We're gonna have to pause because my battery's gonna die. Are they yummy? Run! Are we running back down to the garden between rain showers? I mean, it's not snowing. Anyway, my phone is back charged again. The battery's not lasting very long these days. Anyway, let's go back down here to where we were. It's still sprinkling mildly, but it'll be fine. Anyway, we picked all the strawberries that are ripe. Bethany is very disappointed that there's not more, but you know, it's only like a small handful every day. So, strawberries. I should insert a video of Bethany picking strawberries the other night. What does Mama tell you about the strawberries? Wait, right? And what? Don't
No.
Don't pick?
No pit.
Yeah. What did you turn on? On? What did you turn on? Your ears?
Yes.
Why did you turn on your ears? So you could listen to Mama?
Yes.
Yeah, good job. What was the reward?
Yes.
What do you get now? What are these?
Dada.
Strawberries. Yes. Do you love strawberries?
Yes.
I love them too. Good job waiting and being patient. Would you like me to take the green part off?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait.
There you go. Are they so good? Good job waiting. High five. Anyway, we have cabbage here. They're getting really big. I mean, this is bigger than my hand almost. That one's a really good size one, and then this one down here is really good size. I mean, it is definitely bigger than my hand, and probably just about ready. We did harvest one from over here the other night, and it was yummy. We made some egg roll in a bowl with it. Did you find one more? I mean, some of them are starting to bulb up nicely, but hopefully when I go to pick these in about a month or so, they will be a lot bigger because they're not very big this year. But we have tomatoes growing. I mean, those, I think that is from one of the old Virginia ones, and they are growing tall. Actually, that one might not be, actually. I don't know, but we have some fun little bundles of tomatoes, which are fun. And then some are like super, super tall. So then we have broccoli up here. Guys, look at this. This is the biggest I've ever gotten broccoli. I have several of them. I watch Groundhog come and eat them, but I have, I think, 4 heads of broccoli so far. And on one of these, I saw like little broccolis forming down here in the armpits. So pretty cool. We have some beans over here. Bethany, honey, we're not picking the onions yet, honey. We have lots more beets over here that are needing to be picked too, and these beans. Uh-oh, there is a bean beetle. Oh, I hate those things. Oh, gentle. Learning gentleness with plants. Whew. It's a little crazy. My loofah I planted twice and it never grew. Let's see, we have lots more beans over that way. Lots of zinnias. Planted more loofah over here and it did not grow. Then I planted short cucumbers over here and they're starting to trellis. I have honey nut squash over here and more over here. And some long cucumbers over here. Let's see, over here we have some volunteer cucumbers and cantaloupe that I intentionally planted. Another broccoli. It might be time to pick that broccoli. I don't really know. That is all that row. Then I'll come over here. We also have more cantaloupe over here. On this side, and zinnias like everywhere. Harvested my garlic recently. And so now we just have onions left over here. They're doing pretty well. We have our wheat that I think is just about ready. I mean, they say to harvest it when there's not any green left, but I think we're almost there. So I'd like to harvest it soon, I think. Maybe once this bout of rain ends, I might just have to pick it and dry it inside. Anyway, we have peanuts down here. They're starting to get a little bigger. Our beans are flowering and getting ready to produce. And our corn, some of it spotted is kind of short and spotty. I don't know what happened there, but oh well. And we have our tater patch over here, which is pretty much this whole last 2 rows here. Oh good, Bethany went and found something productive to do. Anyway, these will be ready to harvest soon. I mean, this guy, I don't know. Sometimes I come along here and I'm like, why are you looking funny? Anyway, it's kind of a weedy, jungly mess. We got lots of Bermuda grass growing over here, which I would love to get rid of. And these are some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins volunteered. Another pumpkin, you know, lots of taters. It's starting to rain again, I think. I better wrap this up quick. Anyway, taters. These are the whole taters that I planted, and the other day I noticed some of them were sticking out of the ground, so I covered them up with a little bit of wood chips because you don't want tomatoes to get potatoes to expose to the sun, and then they'll get all green and taste bad and be toxic. Anyway, oh, just like this guy right over there. I'm gonna get some mulch and cover up that potato right there. It's exciting though to see the potatoes popping out of the ground because you're like, ah, they are actually doing something. Sometimes it just seems like they're not. These potatoes were the ones I saved from last year that I planted, and they are definitely looking like they will be ready within a week or two probably. What are you doing, Bethany? Are you watering for Mommy? Oh, good job. Look at you go. She got it out of her water table and poured it into the watering can and poured it on my potatoes. Good job. So, like I was saying about the sweet potatoes over on the other side compared to these guys, I mean, these guys have like 2-3 leaves. They're tiny. We have a volunteer watermelon and a volunteer cucumber, I think. Then over here we have our...
Anna, hurts.
No, it's not Anna. We have some ginger. And I'm going to plant a couple more plants in here, I think. And our parsley went kind of crazy. So that is what we have growing this year. It's super exciting to see things start to grow and ready to harvest and all that. And yeah, so stick around. We'll be harvesting stuff like crazy soon, and we'll be filming it and sharing it with y'all. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. A little panorama shot here.